Hello my friends, and we are back with more Dark Souls. Green Energy here for more of our Let's Play. Where we left off is we were in the lower Undead Burg, and we took on the Capra Demon. And now we're going to quickly level up, and then we're going to head down into the depths. Let's continue to just progressively move these 5 stats up as we continue. But now we can take that shortcut and that tunneled hallway right there, and we'll go to that door to the depths that I showed you guys earlier. Just so we don't get chased, we're going to make sure we take all of these guys out before we go that way. Ooh. Oh. We got 10 Estus, so we should be okay. Once we finish this, we'll take on that archer that's down the steps on the way to where we had been going before. But other than that, it's going to be new territory that we're covering here. That rat tends to not follow you down the tunnel if you don't antagonize it and walk closer to it, so that's why I'm not choosing to kill it. Not many souls we'd get anyway, so it's not super worth it. Just save a little bit of time. So we'll take on this archer, just to make sure he doesn't follow us down. When we killed that Capra demon, we actually got the key to go into the depths, and that's why we can go this way now. Now this section can be a little bit of a maze if you don't know where you're going. So if you guys are playing along, I have a pretty easy way to track it. We are going to clear all of the enemies in this area because they do like to follow you if you don't do it. A lot of these undead hollowed guys, they take up quite a bit of the enemies in the first half of this area. And remember that even though they don't take much to kill, they still got a couple attacks that can mess you up if you're not being careful. Which is why I'm being a little cautious. And we're going to have that butcher down there that we're going to have to take out here shortly too. He's not super tough, but he looks pretty imposing. I guess in comparison to how deadly he actually is. He's not too terribly tough of an enemy. But he does have this good boy right here. There's another one down in the water. And one right here as well. We're going to try to get the dog's attention. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. This is not good. I might die here. Man. I panicked a little bit. Well, you guys get to watch me make that run again real quick. So, if you would like to skip this portion, I do not blame you. I'm actually going to sprint by these guys and see how much they might follow me. So sometimes you get lucky, but sometimes one of them will hit you, and once one of them does, they might gang up on you. He might not be following me though. Let's make a quick run so we're covering new ground and you're not watching me play the same area over and over again. I'm still gonna kill this guy. Because he has a wider area to chase me with. Good thing is a lot of the enemies aren't as persistent as that Dark Knight we had when we were in Undead Burg earlier. A lot of the enemies tend to give up before then. That's why I try to two-hand my longsword, because it takes 2 hits to kill these guys as opposed to 3. Oh man. I want to try not to die again. And it might happen. Not playing smart. Getting a little greedy. Let's try to see if we can get this dog to come upstairs. Awesome, our soul spawned up here. Come on now. We're gonna try to run upstairs, see if the dog will follow us. We're gonna get some space. Dang, I was counting on the butcher walking away. This is not going well for me. I don't want to repeat this again. This is not usually this difficult. There we go. Whew. Not my my best strategy here. There we go. Get a backstab. That's what I was going for there. Awesome. We get that sack. It's just a hat. It's not very useful. I'm not going to bother trying to use it. We actually get another butcher right here. We're going to bait him over here just in case there's some other enemies over there that want to come and say hello. Come on. Oof. We're going to back up. I want to try to get another backstab. I want to get him away from pillars so it's easier to move away from them too. Man, I am missing backstabs today. And letting butchers kick the crap out of me. Wow, I used up 8 Estus for this area that shouldn't be as tough as I'm making it. So this is the, that's the watered area down there that I died in before. There aren't any items down there. There's a couple enemies, but we're not going to worry about that. So there's a guy trapped in a barrel over here. Alright, so when we get to this guy, he's actually trapped in that barrel, and we're going to try to help him out. But you do not want to use your sword to do so. You can actually roll through these barrels, and that's how we're going to get him out. Looks like we exhausted his dialogue. He's gonna go back to the Firelink Shrine, and if you notice, he's got that flame in his hand. He's a pyromancer, and he can sell those pyromancies to us using souls. Once again, we're not a caster, so we're not going to worry too much about it. But those who may want to do that class, or if we do that class in the future, we can find him later on at the Firelink Shrine. There's actually a chest up there, and I'm debating on if we want to try to fight up to it. We have a bonfire not too far in the future. I just don't want to. I don't want to die again for you guys. I'm better than that. I'm not a master, but I'm not a scrub either. I think there's only one dog down here. We might be able to handle it. Oh, there's 2. That's okay. My issue is with these guys, they'll do that little jump. And that can get a little aggravating when you're trying to fight them. See if he even comes after me. So, chain's still facing away from us, still just a normal chest, so we can open that. It's a large ember that we can give to Andre. There is a drop right here you can take down. I don't suggest going down that yet. We might not actually go down that at all, because there's a different path that I like to take. The path that we're taking just has a bonfire, which is why I like having it, as opposed to that one where you're going to skip it. So we're going to take this Estus. We only have a couple enemies that are going to be on our way. So we can grab that item. I'm not going to do it yet because of there's an enemy right up here on the ceiling, actually. These little goo men. Take that guy out. Now we got all these little goo dudes again. We're gonna try to actually sprint. Not successful there. If he kills me, I'm gonna be a little upset with myself. Dang. Our bonfire's right through the door over there. You guys are getting some deaths from me, and a lot of them, well, I guess all of them are 100% my fault. Cut through these guys. And I might do that for a large amount of this next spot as well. Let's see if we can sprint by most of these guys. It's again, not the way I suggest playing, especially for OG Dark Souls, but I want to make sure you guys are getting new things to see. Not seeing me fail at the same spots over and over again. So we'll take on this guy. I'm in high hopes that those hollows aren't going to chase me. And we're going to let these guys drop. The reason I don't like fighting these guys, they take a decent amount of damage before they go down. So if you can get past them, it'll save you the time and trouble. They also don't give you very many souls, so it's not very worth it to do it. Looks like we might be doing so, though. So I just tend to take a decent amount of hits, and then retreat. And then repeat. That second guy is going to keep trying to take us out. Alright, depending on how these guys fall, let's recover our souls just in case I goof it up again. See, then it's easy to run past them. Once we do that, we can use our master key. If we didn't have our master key, we actually couldn't unlock this door, which is why I suggest buying that, or equipping that at the character selection. That way you can get this bonfire that's halfway through the depths. So once we rest there, our hollow friend is going to come back still. I was debating on kindling this bonfire. I think we're going to save that if we can. And if we lose this to humanity, then I'll take the blame for that. So to our left right here, there's a ladder that if we take down, is going to bring us to this door. This door, I believe, is locked on our side. But once we get to the other side, this is actually going to be a decent sprint to get to the boss. But we need to go the long way around to open that door, so that we can have that shortcut. There's going to be a lot of rats. The same kind of thing applies as with those gooey guys we just fought. You want to take your shots with high risk. You don't want to get greedy. Which, if you guys have seen my Let's Play so far, I am greedy. So this box actually hides a rat, so I just recommend holding your shield when you walk up to it, and it'll hop out, but it won't do damage to you. I want to try to see if I can bait any of these guys to come away from the group. And that big ol' rat, we're going to be fighting very soon. Before we wrap this episode up, I want to try to get that shortcut door, and we'll save the boss for the next episode. But it's really important as well to do before you take on the boss, is to take out the sorcerer that's right up here. Because if you don't take out this guy, he's actually going to cast spells at us while we're fighting the boss. So I'm actually going to see if I can bait. There we go. Despite their size, they're actually not much more difficult than the normal-sized rats. I want to see if I can bait the second one to come in here too. He at least came to a point that I could attack him. And then this sorcerer is actually a exact copy of the one that we fought in the Undead Church. But once he dies, he's also not going to respawn. Take care of this one. Once again, we're going to have a rat sprint out at us. 2 rats. Couldn't remember if one popped out of that one. The reason we came this way is because there's an item right here. And this is the boss arena down there that we're going to fight the boss. There might be... I can never remember which boxes have rats in them, except for the ones that I've called out for you. I always get a little nervous. Got another pudding guy right here. We're just going to do our same method of taking our swings and then backing off. And I forgot about that drop. But if you guys remember me telling you guys to worry about getting cursed by these bug guys, that's actually what these characters are. And the reason I'm deciding to run off as opposed to fighting all of them is we actually don't need to do this area at all. There's not many items down here, and only a couple of them are of major use to us. I just cannot remember our path to get out. So I'm going to be doing some traversal. We got more rats, which is good news, because I don't think the rats and the bugs hang out too much. Perfect. So right up here is the path to that door. So we'll run up this path. And then we're back here. Because we are not super far from the boss now. Now I'm going to quickly reverse my howling. And now we're going to kindle that bonfire. Because we can actually summon a companion to help us out with this fight. But we're going to save that for our next episode. Thank you guys for tuning in to check it out. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, leave a comment of what you enjoyed. And if you want to see more, feel free to subscribe. Continue to spread positive vibes, be awesome people, and take care.